So, good morning and welcome to Friday's breathing exercise class. Today, I just want you to be seated. If you want, you can always lie down, but I'm just going to get you to sit up and we're going to do a body scan. The same time as doing a body scan, we're going to try and also do a retaining breath. So, as we breathe in, we're going to try and hold the breath for a couple of seconds while we think about an area of our body. We're going to breathe out. We're going to hold that air out a little bit, again, while we think about that area of the body. And then we'll move on to different parts. So, we're sitting nice and straight, or sitting relaxed as much as you want. Make sure that the feet are not crossed over, or you haven't got your legs crossed, or your arms aren't folded. Everything wants to be as straight as possible, so that everything can flow down. And we're going to close our eyes. We're always starting with the breath out. And we're going to start at our feet. So we're breathing in, trying to fill the whole of the lungs. Then we're going to hold it. We're going to think about our toes, our feet. Do we feel any tension, any stress? And then we're going to breathe out. And hold our breath. And again, thinking about our feet. We can move them if we want. But we're just seeing how the heels, the toes, everything feels. So we're breathing in. We're bringing our thoughts to our ankles. How do they feel? How does the skin on the ankle feel? We're breathing out. We're keeping the ankles in our mind, how they're feeling. We're looking for any kind of tension, any stress. Again, if we want to move them, we can. We're moving as we breathe in into our calves and the bottom of the legs. Again, you want to hold the breath. Think about the calves, how they're feeling. How the front of the legs feeling. Breathing out. Again, holding the breath out. Thinking about the calves, the lower limbs of the leg. As we're breathing in, we're bringing our thoughts to our knees. We can straighten and bend one leg. Turn the knees side to side. As we breathe out, we're holding that breath out, but we're still thinking about that knee, the back of the knee, the sides of the knees. How do they feel? As we breathe in, we're bringing our thoughts into the upper parts of our legs, into our thighs, our inner thighs, our back thighs, our side thighs. We can again lift the legs, turn them, squeeze them. How do they feel? As we breathe back out, we're holding that breath out. We're still squeezing, tensing the legs, having a think about how it feels. As we breathe in, we're going to think about our pelvic area, our hips, our pelvic floor, our sphincter muscles in our bum muscles. We're holding that breath in. As we breathe out, we're still thinking of that lower area. We're holding that breath out. We're not letting it go to that breath go too much so that we breathe in whenever we need to. As we're breathing in this time, we're bringing our thoughts into the middle of our belly, the area between our ribs and our hips. As we're holding that breath, we can squeeze the stomach muscles, we can move, we can hold it where it is. As we want to breathe out, we're still thinking of that middle area. We're thinking about the stomach. Can we feel the belly moving? Can we feel any air bubbles? As we breathe in again, we bring our thoughts into the middle of our chest, so the area between our rib cage. As we're holding the breath, we're thinking about how it feels across the chest or the back, under the arms. We're breathing out, still keeping our mind on our chest. As we're holding the air out, does it feel different, the same, easier, harder? As we're breathing in, we bring our thoughts into our shoulders, through our clavicle, our bones at the front, round the back, the shoulders at the back. Again, we can keep them where they are, we can move them. As we breathe out, we're still thinking of the same area. And our next breath in, we're thinking of our fingers. And we can squeeze our fingers, touch our fingers to our hands. Make fists and straighten them as we're breathing in and holding, breathing out and holding. When we need to breathe in again, we bring our thoughts into our forearms, between the wrists and between the elbows. Again, we're thinking, how does it feel? If we want to move our wrists, we can. We want to open our arms. We can, just to see how it's feeling. With our next breath, we start to think about the elbows, the front and the back. We can move them out. Do they click? Do they move? Do they feel okay? With our next breath in and hold, we think of the upper arms, between the elbows and the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps. And again, we can just hold it here, or we can move the arms, we can make a fist and tense our biceps, or turn them the other way, tense our triceps. Then with our next breath, we think about the neck area. We can move the head if we want. The whole time we're just thinking, how does it feel? Is it okay? Then with our next breath, bringing our thoughts to our face. So as we're breathing in, we can tense the jaw, squeeze the face up, holding the breath in. Then as we breathe out, we can let the face relax or stretch it out as much as we can. And then let's letting it relax. And then we're just going to sit here and we're just going to sort of take a couple of these breaths and think about the body, quickly scanning over any areas that we think, oh, that hurts or that's a bit tight. We're going to go back to that area. So I'm going to count to 10 on my fingers. Start with our out breath. Breathing in fully. Holding the breath in. As we need to release, let the breath out. And hold the breath again before you breathe in. we're going to take 3 big breaths in, stretching our arms up, stretching up towards the ceiling. We want to stretch your toes out as well. And breathe out. Bring it down. Breathe in again. You can move one hand more than the other to the side so that you feel the side ribs open. Bring it down. And our last one. Lovely. So with those, what hopefully you'll find is that when you were thinking about what was happening with the body, when you took that time to listen and work through the areas of the body, you may have found that some areas were tight or you felt pain. If you can work out what these things are, so if you your knees hurt and you know you've got arthritis of the knees, then you know it's arthritis of the knees. So it reminds you. If you've worked up and you've found places in your body that hurt and you're thinking, well, okay, yeah, my shoulders hurt and I was cleaning the windows yesterday, I'll keep an eye on that and I'll watch that. But if there's places where you're thinking, well, in the stomach area, the back, that are sort of like, I don't know, they're a bit niggly, then maybe go and speak to a GP, go and see somebody about it. Keep an eye on it. And if it doesn't go, if stretching and things doesn't help, or a nice hot bath doesn't get rid of it, then start thinking about going and speaking to a medical professional about why you've got these pains. Your body is amazing. Its basic job is to keep you alive and keep you healthy. And there's certain things like high blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol. These 3 are the 3 warning signs that your body gives you. Gives everybody these 3 signs. Some people will just get 1. If you have all 3, if you get 1, if you get diabetes, you can guarantee if you don't sort out your diabetes, then you'll find that you'll start getting cholesterol problems and then high blood pressure. If you've got high blood pressure, if you don't sort out the high blood pressure, you'll get cholesterol and diabetes. If you don't sort out the cholesterol, you'll get they'll all follow one another. These 3 things together are your body warning you straight away that there is a problem. If you have all 3, you can guarantee that you will possibly have a heart attack or a stroke. So you need to listen. With everything that our body does, it's warning you, it's informing you, it's telling you that you need to get something done. But because we're so busy with live television, internet, that we forget to sit down and listen to what our body's telling you. So body scans are really great. The breathing as well, the holding the breath at the top and the bottom, that's giving the time for your body to bring in all the good stuff and get rid of all the bad stuff. So that's a nice diffusion. It doesn't just happen in the lungs. It happens in the kidneys at the same time, in the blood vessels, the alveoli, everywhere it's happening. In them times when you're not breathing, everything is being pulled in and sucked and taken and changed over. All the gases are moving at that time as well. So it's good to do that so that you're giving that your body again that stillness so that it can listen to what's going on, and also that everything that needs to happen, all the good stuff come in, all the bad stuff come out. So have a go at that over the week, and like I said, keep going through, keep listening to your body and see how it feels. So thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. And tonight we've got the 8:30 the duvet yoga. But if you didn't want to do it, I can always send it to you. Okay, good. So I will see you later, hopefully, or I'll send it over if you need it. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.